So this is the welcome area. It's everything's all in one. So you've got your like little reception area there. You've got a little tiny shop here. You can buy any kind of jungly things that you might need. DEET, sun cream, toiletries that you might have forgotten. Oh, you can get some torches for your night walks. You know, all your bare essentials. And then we come straight through to the the restaurant, and the breakfast. So we've got yogurts, granola, tea, coffee, chocolate. Every hotel we go to, they have these tiny cups. So I actually went into the town and bought a proper cup, which cost me the equivalent of 94 pence. So I recommend that if you want a big cup of tea or coffee. Pancakes, sausages, eggs, more eggs, plantain, and a little fruit station. I mean, that's it. But to be honest, that's all you need. And it's actually very tasty. And then you've got your dining area right behind you, and this is where breakfast, lunch and dinner is, and it's included. And then you've got these nice little gardens, and then if we just continue walking out of the restaurant area, we've got a pool. It was literally just hammering down a second ago. We walked down to breakfast and it was no rain. And 10 minutes later, hammering, and now it's just stopped. It just rained for like 3-4 minutes. So then we got this really cute little pool area, some sun lounges, a shower, and a pool. There you go. And then there's like the bar just over there. Just through there, there's a bar. And then we, just to give you some perspective, turn around. And that's the breakfast and, you know, the dining room area. So everything's really compact here. But you know what? It's really nice. You've got a nice little swing, so you can get some photos just up by the pool. And then just over here. Can you see that? Literally all jungle. And then there's a lake. And then this is the bar, which is not open yet. The lodge has a filtered water station, so you can always get fresh water to fill up your bottles, which is good. And then just around the corner here, so they have life jackets and tubes, so they do tubing on the river. They have this nice little welcome area where they give you welcome drinks on arrival, then sit you down and talk you through everything. And then next to that, they have a little boot room. This is an area where you can borrow your gum boots or your Wellington boots and go trekking in the jungle. I have really fat calves, so Wellington boots don't fit me. So as you can see, they've had to fold them over so I can actually get them on my feet. Ridiculous. I'm like a second-rate pirate. We've got soup. These prawns are beautiful. And this is a beef with vegetables. Beetroot, which was very nice. I'm not sure what the sauce was, but it was good. And then here we've got, it looks like jelly and a cookie for dessert. From the restaurant, just here, we're now going to walk up to the rooms. So the rooms are actually quite spaced out, the lodges. So you can see there's some up here. We're at the furthest point. There's some rooms down there. You can just about see a lodge. And we're up here. We're room 118. And you've got this massive incline. But that is where there's some rooms, and our room is. So from the restaurant, it's probably a 2-minute walk. There you go. We're at the top. The sound of the jungle. So we are on the second floor, 118. And this is, can you hear the sound? It is so peaceful. Well, it's deafeningly loud. Okay, so here we go. Look at that. It's a really simple but nice room. It's, you know, what you expect from a lodge in the middle of the Amazon, I think. It's actually super spacious. I don't know if I can get that in for you. I mean, it's so spacious. And there's a massive bed. That's bigger than a king. I don't know what bigger than a king is. Maybe a emperor? Maybe? And then there's this nice piece of wooden furniture that you can lean things on or sit on. A lovely little table, chairs. Everything's like handmade and natural, which is just beautiful. These interesting flowers. I think they're fake. Yeah, they're fake, but they're still cute. And there's actually a nice smell in here as well. And I mean, lots of windows, a little bit of artwork. So we've got our stuff in here. So that's a nice bit of shelving to put our bits. And then in the bathroom, oh, nice. I've not been in here yet. So actually, this is a lovely shower. Oh, it's spacious. Let's have a look. Wow. Yeah. I mean, this is super spacious. I'm in the shower. I have no idea why I'm in the shower. And a lovely sink, mirror. Yeah. I mean, it's really simple, but it's got everything you need, and it's really nice and cozy in here. So yeah, I'll let you know how it. Oh, let's quickly do the bed test. Quickly. So I've been traveling for like 12 hours or something, but that feels good. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good night's sleep. So our stay here has been really lovely, really enjoyed it. On closer inspection of the rooms, I would say that they're a little tired, but I think that the lodge can get away with it because it comes across as being rustic. And again, on closer inspection, it's things like our toilet. The toilet pan inside the toilet is stained, so it looks like when you've been for a pee, you haven't flushed it because it's always in there, that colour. And again, it's things like they have like these curtains, like 2 layers of curtains, and the poles aren't actually screwed in, so when we pulled back one of the curtains, the pole fell down. It was okay. We stood in a chair and put it back up. So just little things like just be aware of. It's very hilly here, so if you have trouble with stairs and stuff, you would find it challenging because there's quite a few stairs. I think it's about maybe 25 stairs, I think, to get up to the actual lodge, and before that you get dropped off, and it's about a 5-minute walk through the jungle by the side of the river to get here. Then, as I say, about 25 steps up to the lodge, and then our room was actually at the very end, so then it's a really steep hill, or again about another 15-20 steps, so just be aware of that. The breakfast was great. In fact, today our breakfast was slightly different from yesterday's breakfast. The variety isn't massive, but actually I don't mind that. It's more sustainable, I think, if you don't have lots and lots of variety. But there's enough for everyone to have a choice, which is great. And dinner again, a small choice, but it was absolutely lovely. And actually last night we had prawns. They were great in garlic. And they also cook quite a lot of like traditional foods as well. So you do get plantain, yucca, obviously rice with everything. What are my other observations? We had a massage, amazing. The masseuse is fantastic, and I would highly recommend if you're coming here to book a massage. We did actually try and book a jacuzzi session, and then we found out the jacuzzi wasn't working for some reason, so that was a little disappointing, but it's fine. The pool, there were people in the pool. It was very cool. It's not heated. It looked a bit dirty to me. They did clean it. We saw that they emptied some of the water out at night and then refilled it, but I don't know, it's quite cloudy, so yeah, make your own choices there. And then you can buy extra drinks and stuff. They have a bar. Cocktails are probably around $7 to $10. But yeah, I mean, overall I have really enjoyed it here. It's been really peaceful, tranquil, lovely to be in the jungle. And it's actually a shame that we're not staying a little bit longer. I hope that's been helpful for you.